YouTube. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I've seen a lot of people talking about Minuteman gear and stuff like that, so I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring. So currently I'm out here in the wilderness as much as it can be. Obviously you can see the trail sign right there. Currently out here testing out different camos that can be used in the current area that I'm at. But really quick, I also wanted to talk about Minuteman gear. So currently right now what I'm wearing is my Minuteman setup minus my rifle. I decided to leave it at home because this is a public area. If I do encounter other people, I don't want to scare them too bad, but I'm close enough to a military base where I can justify wearing the gear. But carrying a rifle too, that might freak some people out. So, first things first, the whole Minuteman concept is meant for being ready at a minute's notice, right? So what I'm wearing right now is what I have ready and staged to go at a minute's notice. So first off, we'll talk about the plate carry, or the chest rig, right? So this right here is my chest rig. This is some cheap ass Amazon shit. I think it was 60 bucks in total. In the coming couple of months, I plan to get a better chest rig, but I bought this to test it out. This is just an airsoft brand. I think the brand's called One Tigress. I'll link it in the description if I could find it again on Amazon, or I think it's actually Krydex, now that I think about it. But I wanted something that was cheap, that I didn't give a shit about, that I could test to see what the quality of it was. And let me just tell you, this right here has blown me away. I've done plenty of ruck marches with it. I've gone shooting with it, done drills, pulling mags in and out of these pockets, loading it up completely and walking for, 5-10 miles, all right? And this thing has performed very well. So let's just go over what I got. So it's got 4 rifle mag pouches and 4 pistol mag pouches. I have 2 pistol mags over here, and then on this side I have 1 pistol mag and then a little multi-tool, right? This is nothing super fancy. I think I bought this from Harbor Freight for like 15 bucks. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. All right, and right here in the center pouch, this I don't use for much, but I keep this empty for whenever I'm, if I have to go do something, if shit starts popping off, I can quickly fill this with whatever I need, whether that be compasses, other shit like that. And I'll get into the later on in the video my go bag, I like to call it, and what all that has on it. And I can pull stuff from my go bag and toss it in here, and I'll go over what else that would be. But right now I just have my car key in there, and then I put my phone in here whenever I'm not filming, right? And then this is my everyday carry. It is loaded and hot, so I'm not gonna play around with it too much, but Glock 19 Gen 5 with a TLR1 HL. I use the Glock 17 mags with the 3-round extensions, so that way I can have 20 rounds. I do that for stuff like this, but whenever I conceal carry it, I keep the 15-round mags in it. Currently right now, this chest rig is loaded up. All these magazines are full to their full capacity, and it's good to go. It's pretty comfortable. Also within the within my Minuteman ready to go bag setup is I keep this. This is an old Army issued Well, it's not very old. They just started using this camo a couple years ago. But this is an Army issued wet weather top and OCP or multicam, whatever you want to call it. And the reason why I have a wet weather top rather than like a camo top is for situations like this. You can wear your wet weather in the whenever it's not raining, but whenever it is raining, like your cotton and your nylon stuff is just going to get all kinds of like wet and like it's going to weigh you down. So that's why I prefer a wet weather top. And this is just something I keep in there to throw on for camo that can break up my silhouette. These pants is just what I figured I'd be wearing today. And then I also keep this little Camillus knife in here in my go bag. So another thing that you guys might have noticed is I keep a little neck gaiter inside of the go bag as well for whenever if I, for whatever reason, wanted to conceal my identity, like making a YouTube video, or in more of a real sense for, like, you know, goon shit. Anyways, I will go over my go bag back at the house because it's currently raining and I don't really feel like getting all that shit wet and then fucking, you know, waiting for it to dry out. So I'll go over that whenever I get back to the house. See you guys then. Also not, I forgot to mention this out there in the woods, but my belt set up, right? T-Rex arms, Ragnarok holster for my Glock, T-Rex thigh strap, just a generic belt, and I already talked about this, but it's a Camillus or however you call it knife. Alright, so here we are back at the house. We're going to go over my go bag. So, I have things in this go bag that I would like on my chest rig, but I don't keep them in there just in case if, for whatever reason, I can't wear the chest rig, right? If I'm in a situation where I would just look too out of place to be wearing the chest rig, but I can have on a backpack without looking too conspicuous, and I'm still carrying my Glock, then I'm good to go. Whereas I don't want to have stuff on the chest rig just in case if I have to ditch it in an emergency and I can't start pulling stuff from it, right? So, to start off with, I guess we'll go from the top down. So, this back pouch, I just have 2 extra tuna creations. Not a lot. I don't carry a lot of food in this thing because the point of this back pouch is I'm going to be putting more food into it, hopefully. I don't carry that much food in here. That's one thing that I do have to improve on as time goes on. And then down here, we have what I guess you could call my tools and the stuff for sustainment. So right here, this is an IFAK fill. Now, this is my trauma kit, first aid kit, whatever, right? But so this, I keep in here. I don't keep it on the chest rig, but I can actually take it out and put it inside that big front pocket on the chest rig, minus the tourniquet. But I can put this in the front pocket of the chest rig. I can throw it into a cargo pocket or something like that. And then with the tourniquet, I can throw that into one of the empty mag pouches on my chest rig, right? So that's this right here. Also in this pocket, I have 550 cord, 500 feet rolled up, zip ties, extra batteries, and a headlamp. I also have New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs because I am a devout Christian, even though I don't talk like it all the time. I do love the Lord. I know cussing's a sin, but sometimes you just gotta say shit. But I keep this because if I'm fighting a tyrannical power, I definitely want the Lord on my side. It's also comforting if you and your buddies take contact. You can have them read from the Bible so they can feel like they're being saved at the last minute. Kind of morbid, I know. And then if you move down right here to this bottom pocket, I have an extra coyote brown beanie. I have some leather gloves that are also camo. These are glove inserts. So you put these on and then you put the gloves on over top of them, and it helps to insulate you better. These are actually really warm just on their own too. Sometimes I just wear them on their own. And then I also have a neck gaiter. Also in here is camouflage face paint. Coming back up to the meat and potatoes of this video. So this is the main pouch. In here I have 2 extra magazines. These are 30 round magazines, however I only have them loaded up to 20, so that way I can save on that spring being compressed in there. I also rotate these out at least every 3 months. So that way that spring tension doesn't get any worse. This right here is a camo net that I bought from Walmart. I think it's meant to go over a deer blind or a deer stand, but it's a mossy oak breakup country pattern or whatever. And it was like 30 bucks at Walmart, but it also doubles as a good sniper veil if you're in that sort of environment where this would work. It also just does a good job of breaking up your silhouette in total. So there's that. I also have a copy of the Ranger Handbook. It's a very good read. Even if you are not in the military, I recommend it for any militia-minded person. Really helpful. If I'm out there doing whatever kind of Minuteman operation, you know, whatever, you can just reference this, and it's a good tool to have no matter what. I also have just a cheap black Walmart hoodie as a just in case for, you know, if it's cold or something like that, or if you need a change of clothes, like you're going back into like a urban environment and you want to change your clothes. I have this black hoodie which fits in well with everything, and it's pretty inconspicuous if you're going out. That Army wet weather top that I talked about for my camouflage to break up my silhouette out in the woods. And then this is a wet weather like suit. So it's a rain suit, so it's got a rain jacket top and rain pants, and this is just an extra piece of comfort because I don't know about you guys, but there are some places where I've been to where the weather's bipolar as hell and it's gonna rain, like even if the weatherman says it ain't. I also have a tomahawk, not for getting kills and cod, but for breaking brush in case if I have to stop and make camp. And then I also have a composition notebook and a mechanical pencil, I guess. On these 2 side pouches, I have bottles of water. This one has to be refilled because I was drinking it out there on my hike. I also have another bottle of water on this side. And then down here, this is my tool roll. It's a Bucket Boss tool roll. And I'm actually going to talk about this in a different video, but just to give you a really quick overview, this has anything I would need at all in a survival type situation aside from food. So I keep this on me, or I keep this close to my bag so that way I can just grab it, throw it on the bottom here, and it's good to go. And I can be prepared for just about any kind of situation that the wild would throw at me. But I'm gonna do a complete separate video on this showing you guys what all I keep in there. So that does it for the go bag. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments or whatever. You know, do all the YouTube type shit. And yeah, adios.